I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Welcome back to the Quarter Mile Podcast. We're here together again. We're reviewing Walking Tall with The Rock. It's been a while since we've had a Fast and Furious co-star in a movie. And we have a special new guest, new to you all, not new to us, one of our friends and comedian buddies. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Davina Marie, who's part of our podcast today.
Davina Marie.
Yes. Thank you, CJ.
Welcome to our podcast.
Thanks, Drew.
Just, let the tens of listeners know who are you? And then also, you can answer either or both of these questions. What's your relationship with Walking Tall? And what's your relationship with Fast and Furious?
Okay. Thanks, Drew. I would love to. Yes. So as you said, I'm Davina Marie. I do comedy with these guys around Nashville. And I also run a couple Airbnbs. I do storytelling. My relationship with Fast and the Furious, I'll be honest, I watched probably just the first one a long time ago. But my late husband, Andrew, loved Fast and Furious movies. He would love to be here with us today.
That's awesome.
Maybe he is.
Maybe he is. His spirit's here with us.
Yes. So I, one year, bought him the DVD set. I didn't realize they were going to come up with more Fast and Furious movies at the time, but look how awesome this DVD set is that I got him.
Oh my gosh, it comes in a wheel.
Oh, and it has FF on it.
I love
isn't
that.
So cool.
Now it's like now if they have something similar, it's like a truck tire. That's so cool. Anyway, if you're listening, you don't get the full effect. If you're watching, you see this really cool wheel-shaped DVD holder for the Fast and Furious.
And on the inside of the rim, it has FF for FAF, Fast and Furious, ampersand. I don't know if you guys know, but that and sign means ampersand.
I know that because of Fast and Furious 6.
Oh, really?
That's how I learned the word for the little and sign.
Really?
Because there was that's so nerdy.
Did you go to
it's
you must have went to metro schools, right?
Nerdy?
No, it's nerdy because Fast and Furious 6 was originally supposed to be called Furious 6, but they didn't know if people would catch that it was part of the series, even though the title page had Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, The Rock, and all these other people. So they called it Fast and ampersand Furious 6, but that's not actually on the title sequence. So anyway, that's how I learned that.
Nice.
Cool. Now, do you have a relationship with Walking Tall?
I do. So I am in the middle of writing a novel. The working title is Kudzu Patch. I don't know. It's still a working title. My daughter doesn't like it. And for that, I had to start researching the Dixie Mafia.
The what?
The Dixie Mafia. Yes.
Is it a Southern mafia?
Correct. Yes. And so that's how I found out.
That is the least intimidating name for a mafia.
I don't know. For a
Well,
black woman, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
okay.
they weren't going after black people. They were just going after anybody that was not gambling with them. Okay.
Oh,
that's what they would do.
But I see how that's going to relate to Walking Tall, though, because
it would, yes. Walking Tall was originally about Sheriff Buford Pusser, who is a sheriff in Tennessee who fought off the Dixie Mafia. And so that's why I thought I am going to learn all about it. And I watched The Walking Tall with The Rock, and it does not mention the Dixie Mafia.
Not even I wish it did. Yeah, it does not. I'm sorry.
It does not, but but it is a nod to shout out to Tennessee.
Yeah. Well, in the movie, it's not even in Tennessee. It's like in Wisconsin or something. It's
Washington.
Washington. One of the deputies.
Yeah.
So we got shafted twice there.
That's a dang gum shame.
But I did go to the Sheriff Buford Pusser Museum.
Where is that at?
It's over in Adamsville, Tennessee, I think it's called. Yeah.
Is that like East Tennessee? West
It's west of here, almost to Memphis. So I got this. I collect mugs. So
I love that.
What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, no matter who you are.
Yes.
Sheriff Buford Pusser.
Yes.
Love
he
it.
walked tall.
Yep.
Very
So,
cool.
yes.
But yeah, I knew you had done like a lot of prep for this episode, and then when I rewatched the movie last night, I was like, "This is very little like the real story," which is fine. But
Yeah, and I gotta say the museum folks are a little perturbed about The Rock walking tall.
oh, bummer.
Well, because it's not authentic at all.
Is it because he half black?
No,
No,
That's a fair question.
that's that, but I don't think so.
no. If anything, one of the missed opportunities of this movie was the real Buford Pusser. Is that
Yeah,
the
wasn't he
name?
alive?
No, he died in an accident.
Car accident,
Which
supposedly.
they reference at the very beginning. So of course, we'll
Mhm.
get into that here in a second. But he
Mhm.
pissed off a lot of
Sexy
people. He pissed a lot of
mafia.
mafias,
Girl.
and a lot of his reform that was going in his community. He was like his friend, the real Johnny Knoxville character,
Yeah.
was a black man, and in that
Yes.
community, they really didn't like that. And so, like a lot of the things that he was walking tall and fighting for were racial relations, and none of that's in the movie.
Ooh.
In the Rock movie.
Oh, is it the other one? I haven't seen the other Walking Tall.
Yeah, so the other Walking Tall was like 1970 something.
Yes.
And I want to say they actually did film that in Tennessee.
They did, but I don't know how deep we want to get here, but they did not film it in the county where it actually happened.
Shut your butt.
Yeah.
Where did they film it? They filmed it in Nashville,
They
didn't they?
filmed it in a different county.
Knoxville. I can guarantee. Was it Knoxville?
I think it was still in West Tennessee, but according to the museum folks, the mayor and the sheriff at the time didn't want the movie happening there because it wasn't Sheriff Pusser, it was another sheriff. So maybe there was some jealousy.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like that was a crappy town. Like, it sounds like there's a lot of issues there. No, I mean, not where the museum is, but like when he was in the times of these actual events, it sounds like they had a
Right.
lot of rough.
Now I want to be messy and petty and go find out.
Right. Let's go.
I'm
Let's
going
schedule
back there because the jail is on tour. You can tour the jail.
How far
The
is it
old
from
jail.
Nashville?
About 2.5 hours.
West
I'm
Tennessee?
going to invite you. I'll invite y'all.
Yeah,
We'll go.
listen.
Yeah, you said it's west.
Yeah.
towards
Almost to
Memphis.
You said that's all you had to say.
Yeah.
Look, Drew already knows. You
Yeah.
say Memphis.
You like Memphis, girl? I
Girl,
love Memphis.
I
Listen to some blues.
I love Memphis. It's my home away from home, which is
Home
weird.
away from home.
Yeah,
I lived in that area for 6 years, and whenever I go
Home
there,
away
it
from
feels
home.
nice. Anyway, and before we get into the movie, I guess we spent this whole time talking to Davina and acting like the other co-host isn't. CJ, how are you doing?
So I'm good. Hey, I'm sorry. What's up, y'all? Hey,
Usually it's like, oh, here's CJ and the co-host. We just jumped right to Davina this time.
yeah, no, because I want to hear more about this. Yeah, we keep going. We can keep going. Y'all know I'm here.
Okay,
I am here.
love it.
Y'all have seen me touch all of these stuffs. I like little artifacts, and I'm a nerd. So
Mhm.
if you have anything that y'all want to drop, like, ooh, y'all should research this or research that, especially facts about Tennessee or
Oh,
Sheriff
girl.
Buford Pusser, drop that in because
Yeah.
I will research. I will go down a rabbit hole for you people.
Yeah, and so drop it in the comments if you're watching YouTube, like on comments in
Yeah.
any kind of podcast
'Cause
thing that
this
you're
is
listening
really
to.
interesting to me.
There's an option where you can like send us mail, and when you type in whatever you type in, we'll get a message about it. So that's how you can do that.
Yeah.
Or any of the other things. You've used the internet before. You know how comments work. So
Yeah, because I'm very but yeah, hey y'all.
All right.
My girl here, so I'm happy. I'm
Oh, we're gonna have so much fun going to that jail.
I'm excited.
let's
'cause
go to jail together. That
Yes.
sounds fun.
go to jail together, and this time I won't have to stay because I'm with my white friend. So let's go.
There we go. Speaking of white friends, let's talk about this movie. Which had white people in it. I guess that was the. Walking Tall came out in 2004. Its budget was 2004. Yeah, I was a sophomore in high school. I remember seeing this
We're
one
not
in
going to
theaters.
talk about what I was.
I honestly thought this movie came out a little bit later.
No, yeah, this was 2004. It was The Rock. We were talking about this last week a little bit. But The Rock's second or third movie.
This was his second.
Yeah,
Okay, so
he looks so young in it, right?
He really does, though.
Still fun.
He's still fine,
Yeah.
but
I
he
will
looked
say-
like a real baby in this.
Right, I will say, I was like, oh my gosh, I kind of feel bad, looking at him.
Yeah, he looked
Right.
like a baby in this. So you're right. This
Yeah.
had to be
but I'm
his
like, he's
second.
older than me.
Because he Scorpion King, and then what was the second movie he did?
It's either this or The Rundown, which we're covering later. But those movies came out pretty close. So its budget was $46 million. Walking Tall's budget was $46 million.
Okay.
So the question: what do we think? How much do we think it made overall?
You mean like U.S. like
overall.
overall?
I hope only 100,000.
100,000. Damn. Okay. You said how much was it?
So it was 46 million.
46
And
million.
then it's in the millions. So if you want to,
75.
okay, close. Well, still, both of you were too high. It made 57.2 million. Its budget was 46. So like they didn't lose money, but like
They didn't make money.
so, yeah.
They didn't make that much. I mean, at least they didn't go broke.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
ouch.
It was directed by Kevin Bray, who I'd never heard of. He directed one episode of Heroes. That was the only thing that I recognized from his stuff. Of course, it's going to be starred Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Johnny Knoxville, Ashley Scott, and Neil McDonough. I think I'm saying his last name.
McDonough, yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He is great. He's great as a villain in everything he
In
does, right?
everything he does, he is the perfect villain. That
He's
man
great.
that's somebody else who is a very underrated actor.
Yeah, absolutely.
He needs to get his flowers.
That's the blonde-headed villain, right?
Yes.
Listen, y'all, Annabelle, not my
Yeah.
9-year-old, she watched this with me and she said that Jay had the iconic bad guy face.
He does.
Those are
Really
her words.
does.
I wrote it down.
I mean, does he not?
Annabelle's 100% correct. This was the first role for Kobe Smulders. I don't know if that's her last name, but
Smoldering.
yeah. So she played Agent Marie Hill in all the Marvel stuff. Robin in How I Met Your Mother.
Oh.
This was her
She the
first
sister?
role. No, so
This
she.
is Robin's first role.
So and it was a non-speaking, very small role. It was when remember
Who
when
the hell was Robin?
yeah when they pull over Neil's car and he busts the
Oh,
the
yeah.
woman on
The
that
woman
was
who
her.
doesn't
Yeah.
get to speak.
No, she just
Yeah.
rolls her eyes, and that's Robin. And I actually caught
Okay.
that when I watched it this time. I was like,
Yeah.
"Is that Robin Shabosky?" Well, yeah, it was.
That's Robin, old
Yeah.
Canadian Robin.
Right, so- yeah, and this
Oh,
was before she had a role, like, because now she's like a pretty well-known
Oh
actress.
my
And
gosh,
like, yeah,
she's
and
she's funny. She's another underrated actor.
yep, I agree. I wanted to see more of her character in the Marvel stuff. I don't feel like we
I
got
agree.
much of her because she eventually died in one of the things. So it's like
Mhm.
she's not coming in there anyway. So
Yeah, so this had to be his third movie. Okay.
yeah. So, and here's some trivia before we get into other stuff like reviews and our reviews and our plot summary, of course. Here's some trivia. At the beginning, when Chris Vaughn asked the sheriff what happened to the former sheriff, it is said that the guy was a great man, but they found him one day. He had mysteriously skidded off a deserted row and died hitting a tree. And this is a reference to how the real Buford Pusser died. Which is what you said. Maybe
Yeah,
a
car
car accident, allegedly. Now, you as the resident
yes, car accident, but was it on accident?
what is your professional gut telling you? Was it an accident or was it?
Well, the Dixie Mafia had already tried to kill him a few times, so I mean, just it happens at this time. It's an accident.
You learn something new every day.
Huh? How about that? I love
Yeah.
that.
Today is the first day I've ever heard of that. I love learning new things.
Yes. Oh, it's so awesome.
Oh my gosh.
I try it once a day. I think my brain can handle one new thing a day. So this was
too.
this was it. Trivia fact number 2: when Vaughn pulls Hamilton over and tells him to go get the taillights on his Porsche fixed,
Man.
right?
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson wasn't supposed to actually hit the taillights and break it.
Oh, he wasn't?
Yeah, it was supposed to be like a mime or whatever, but no one told him this.
Oh no.
So after doing the scene, Johnson remembered that the Porsche was actually a rental car and it had been rented just for the day. So he called the director. He said, Kevin, did we just buy this $90,000 Porsche? And the director replied in his megaphone, yes, thanks, Rock.
Oh wow. So that's why it was 57 million?
Right, that's right. So yeah, I guess we should take 90,000 for that. It would have made more. That's crazy, right?
Ooh, and no offense, and I don't know Dwayne Johnson, but you telling him to hit something and you don't tell him to mime it,
Yeah.
he
That's
gonna
their
hit it.
fault.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's their fault.
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty important detail to let the
That
actor
is the
know.
That's the prop. That's props fault.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the last piece of trivia, but one of
the best trivia I've heard in a long time.
That was a good one. This one may top it, but for a different reason. That one is funny. This
Can
is
I
like
drink?
more.
Am I gonna spit it out?
You can absolutely drink.
Okay.
She's still drinking leftover mimosas from when Brad was here. I mean, you brought us DVD car wheels. Brad brought us
but they're
cupcakes and
just
mimosas.
borrow. Sorry.
That's okay though.
That's okay.
They're here for the
That's okay.
They're here for the episode.
So Neil McDonough stated that Dwayne Johnson had a hard time showing anger during their climatic fight when Johnson's character was in the process of bashing the legs of McDonough's character with a wood log, as you do. In between takes, Neil grabbed several ketchup packets, squeezed them into his mouth, and then when they reshot the scene, Neil spit the ketchup all over Dwayne's face, and it elicited true anger from The Rock. Neil states that he fell to the ground in hysterics after the scene, but found this to be one of the most rewarding scenes he has ever shot in his career due to helping a fellow actor bring out the best.
See? I knew it.
Right? Cool guy.
So The Rock was having trouble?
The Rock was having trouble.
He was a wrestler.
Right. That's
But-
interesting to think about. Yeah.
But that's something that Kevin Hart has always said about him.
Yeah.
Like, he's just truly the nicest.
I think I can.
That
raise
is
my
not what
eyebrow
Vin
now.
Diesel has said about
You know what?
Wow.
Okay, so I am really starting to think that Vin Diesel just might be hating on The Rock a little bit.
He's smaller.
It is interesting. So
I think so because he might be a little more attractive.
I think there's they're routinely in Vin Diesel movies when they bring in bigger actors who kind of unintentionally or intentionally steal the show. Vin Diesel has a hard time dealing with it, and so like you see that frequently in his movies. But if you hear about some of the news with The Rock's latest movies, like with Black Adam and stuff like that, part of you is like, "Ooh, I don't know. He might have an ego too."
Maybe now he does.
Yeah.
That's what was interesting watching this movie and reading that fact about Neil is like it's fun to watch these older movies with actors that are such a big deal now to learn about like because you'd read there were other facts where people were like, man, this Dwayne Johnson guy, he's gonna be someone.
Yeah,
and like now we're like,
because Johnny Knoxville is in this movie, and
Yeah.
he was somebody before The Rock.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah. So and so this is trivia facts.
Neil McDonough,
Was he big in by this movie, or was this kind of as he was?
I think Neil McDonough has been big since like the early 2000s.
Yeah, and he's been consistent. Like in that,
He's
like
been
a
consistent.
lot of people won't remember his name, but when you see
Yeah.
that face, they're like, "Oh, he's in whatever
Yeah.
movie." So, speaking of names and faces, you guys, if you haven't seen Walking Tall yet, don't worry. You can pause this podcast and go watch it. Or we have an amazing AI plot summary from the
Yes.
perspective of Ray that
I
is
feel
played
like I
by
should get some more
Johnny Knoxville.
champagne
Absolutely.
so I can
So you can take it in
so I can
because
take this in.
Miss Davina Marie is going to be reading it for us, and
Yes,
it's
I am
going to
gonna
be
be
life
reading
No,
changing.
she's a storyteller.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got
I
this.
am. All right, are we ready?
No,
So-
I'm not Indian style. You didn't tell me to
Oh.
sit.
Can you say Indian style anymore?
I can.
In this house, you can.
In this
CJ
house,
will allow it.
sit Indian
Crisscross
style. I was supposed to
apples.
sit crisscross applesauce.
Native American style. I don't like that one. I don't think that's any better. I like crisscross applesauce. I will accept.
All right.
Anyway, so
Applesauce.
Are we ready?
I'm
So
excited.
ready.
This
All
is
right,
my girl
let's
finna
go.
do this. Her voice is everything. Okay, go.
I thought signing up to help my old pal Chris Vaughn clean up our town would be, I don't know, like fixing potholes or organizing a bake sale. Instead, we strolled straight into a WWE cage match wrapped in camouflage. So Chris comes back home after being away doing classified army stuff, probably arm wrestling tanks and whispering sweet nothings to grenades. Our sweet little hometown has become a cesspool run by Jay Hamilton, a guy who looked like he lost a bet to become a villain in a Jason Statham B movie. Drugs, rigged dice, and more. Sleaze than a late-night infomercial. Jay's got it all. Naturally, Chris takes one look at this and decides, you know what this town needs? A vigilante with a heart and a 2x4. Chris goes full frontier justice, literally walks into a casino like he's auditioning Extreme Home Makeover Rage Edition, smashing slot machines, blackjack tables, and goons alike. He gets arrested, defends himself in court, and somehow convinces the jury that assault with a lumber weapon is, in fact, community service. Boom. He's now the new sheriff in town. That's when I, Ray frickin' Templeton, get roped in as his deputy. My uniform, jeans. My badge, a sticker. My training, watching Walker, Texas Ranger reruns. Jay Hamilton doesn't like losing, so he sentenced goons after us. These are guys who look like they eat nails for breakfast and use beard trimmers on their eyebrows. One of them literally throws an axe at Chris. It bounces off. I think the axe apologized. Then comes the big showdown at the mill. Fire, bullets, gratuitous slow motion, and Chris holding that wooden plank like Thor holds Mjolnir. I don't know that one.
Close enough.
I, being the dependable sidekick, trip, fall, scream, and somehow manage to help. Not sure how, but I did shout, "Duck!" at one point, so I'm basically a war hero. In the end, good triumphs, evil sulks in jail, and Chris rebuilds the town with his muscles and moral fiber. As for me, I put down the booze, picked up some dignity, and now I'm known as the man who once fought crime, armed only with sarcasm and questionable decision making. Let's face it, he walked tall. I mostly stumbled, but I stumbled bravely.
Can I stand you?
Great job, Davina. Storyteller at her pro, at her best.
Cheers to my sis.
Cheers.
Mimosa, sis.
Take one, thanks, girl.
Come on, yeah.
Get my
Let's
sister
do it.
mimosa.
No mimosa for Drew.
No,
No
I
mimosa.
don't like alcohol or orange juice. So like mimosas are like
I keep him stocked with water or maybe some ginger ale.
right.
Boring.
I know. I'm the life of the party.
But I'm gonna do Drew one better. I'm gonna get him some lemonade.
Oh, watch out.
Drew,
Special.
Okay.
my brother,
I
brother.
let's get into some of these movie reviews, yeah?
Yes, I'm so
So
excited.
yeah, so the way we normally do it, Davina, is we share a couple bad movie reviews, but then we like to switch it up and give a good movie review.
Are you doing the bad ones first?
Yeah, I always do the bad ones first.
I love
One,
it.
because I enjoy
Oh.
them better, but then it's like we can end on.
No.
Oh, I am bored with good movie reviews.
No, I
Like,
agree.
it's like someone bragging about nice things. It's
I
like,
agree.
Yeah.
no,
I-
Did
I'm
you
with
find
you.
the Roger Ebert one? It's my favorite.
no. Do you have it on hand? But
I will find it.
Yeah, find
okay.
it. Oh,
You
it's
know, I'm
so,
quick
it's
with
so
it.
good.
Yeah, well, so yeah, that's good.
I'm
We'll
quick with it.
So, as CJ's pointing out the Roger Ebert review, here's some. So, this one says it's a bad movie review. It says, I grew up watching the older one with dad. This one, dad just shook his head and he was right. Pure trash. Can't even compare to the old one.
Damn.
Right?
Yeah.
I've never been more disappointed. Like, it's such a disappointing,
I mean, if you saw both.
Do you agree? Do you agree with
I'm
this?
pretty
Did
close
you
to-
write
I'm
this review?
Pretty close to agreeing.
And then this one, if you thought that was bad, this person went up to the rage. He says, "This was one of the worst films I have ever seen, without a doubt. Absolutely shocking. The whole idea of The Rock blatantly smashing up a casino and getting away with it because they cut him up was ridiculous. He still did the crime for F's sake. The crowning moment had to be when they threw him the piece of wood, the evidence, and he went off and became the sheriff, sacking all the staff, and then proceeded to walk around with a piece of wood and Johnny Knoxville as his partner. What the fuck was the director thinking?"
I found it, by the way. But that's good.
So, was it? I feel like it's probably a negative review. Do you want to
It
share?
is
Yeah,
negative.
okay. Let's share that one before we try to cleanse our palate with a nice review.
It's
I'm
negative.
excited. I'm excited for it.
Oh man, he said his main criticism was there after the decent movie setup. The movie goes on autopilot with a series of improbable fight scenes that are so heavy on stunts and special effects that we might as well be watching a cartoon.
I feel that.
He said he loves the movie trials. Well, he said The Rock, he gives The Rock some credit, noting that he comes out of the movie more or less inact career-wise. He compares his acting style to John Wayne, says he's kind of an inner quiet that allows him to inhabit preposterous senses without being overwhelmed by them. The only thing he liked was the villain. He said he has that close-cropped, curly, peroxide hair that works like a name tag that says, "Hi, I'm the villain."
Yeah, which is similar to what Annabelle said.
And overall, he said it was mixed, but generally lukewarm. He saw potential in The Rock, but felt the movie itself devolved into mindless action.
Now, near the beginning of that review, Is that giving too much away about the movie?
If people haven't seen the movie by now, they probably
No,
have.
he hadn't seen the original 1973, joking that he was out of the time, but suspected that the remake was more tilted than the populism and less towards superhero violence, and tuned the story into a cartoon of retribution and revenge.
Okay, that might be a different one than I read.
What was the essence of the one you read?
The one I read, he said basically that he feels like maybe the reason why they changed the name from Sheriff Pusser to Chris Vaughn was that The Rock refused to be called Buford Pusser.
Right.
That makes sense.
Maybe, definitely now. I wonder if it was like that even early on, because I feel like he did have like the reputation of like he was an upcoming young actor, and people were like, "Man, he's going places, he's doing things." I think eventually ego came in, but like as it does for most people, that
I don't know if I wanted to be if I was an actor. I mean, that's a hard move, Buford Pusser.
Yeah,
That's a hard name.
Yeah, but also it's that. Of course, that may be the case. I don't. My gut guess is that that's not the case because we saw so much of Hollywood glorification of a story of this like it's so much different than the real events, and it's so much more to make like a feel good action movie that I think more likely one of the writers was like, okay, Buford Pusser as the hero's name, let's call him Chris Vaughn.
I agree with that.
I think to me that would make more sense. But I could also see The Rock be like, I will only do this if you give me a different last name.
And Chris Vaughn is as plain as they
Right. Like so.
Christopher.
Yeah.
You can call me Chris.
Now, here's a good review.
Okay,
that
let's go.
takes us to a
sounds boring.
already. Let's just ditch it. No.
No.
So I love the fact that good old action movies are making a comeback. This was back in 2003. Okay. I miss the days of Commando, Predator, Rambo, Die Hard, and the list goes on.
I mean, Die Hard.
It was a good movie. Now, with such movies as Walk and Towel, The Rundown, The Punisher, and Chronicles of Riddick, I'm in heaven. The Rock is the next big action star. When you go see a movie like this,
That's right.
Yeah, it was a prophet right there. When you go, literally and figuratively, when you go see a movie like this, and this is what none of these other reviews get, in my opinion. When you go see a movie like this, don't expect the word Oscar to be mentioned. I went to see this movie tonight, and I wanted to see an action movie. I don't give a rat's ass if anyone besides The Rock can act. Care if the camera work sucks. I want to see people get beat up and shit blown up. Walking Tall delivers. The Rock and Johnny Knoxville are great together.
Well,
I don't even know about how I feel about that. I enjoy the combo better than The Rock and Sean William Scott, which is from Rundown, which is a movie we'll review later. And his ultimate ending statement was great flick.
Okay, I was with him until he said,
"Go on, let us hear it, CJ."
Maybe because I'm a Sean William Scott fan.
Yep.
So I like Sean. I think he had to pull Johnny. Johnny was himself.
Yeah.
Johnny knew Johnny done did all of that stuff, so I'm sorry.
Yeah. I didn't love Johnny.
No.
Yeah. I mean, he's fine, but like he didn't
I think Johnny's a great person. I don't think he's a hell of an actor.
Yeah.
I think literally Johnny was when they gave him the chainsaw and he was doing all of that, that was him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being Johnny freaking Knoxville. He's not deep.
No, I liked him. I mean, I don't know a ton of Johnny Knoxville movies, but I liked him better in Dukes of Hazzard than I did in this.
Oh yeah, I forgot
that again because he was Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, and to me, like he fit that role. This one, it was like okay.
I think the only line that he said in it was, "Man, I don't even like cops. You've been a sheriff for 3 minutes, and I don't like you." That's probably the most best line in the whole thing.
I think that was a great line. And I like how there's like this is how it starts.
Yeah.
But I think I've seen The Rock have better chemistry with other actors.
Absolutely.
So The Rock and Kevin Hart, now we can say that is a great pairing.
Yeah, good duo.
Even The Rock and all those guys in Fast and Furious, we saw like, with like Tyrese Gibson and Ludacris, and then like we saw that the hate I was about to say the hate boner that him and Vin Diesel works on screen.
It's just funny because him and Luda, get along great.
Yeah, they use these. So this, I mean, they did okay, but and then I actually prefer probably the Rundown over Walking Tall. So I liked the dynamic with Sean Williams.
Yeah.
So
But Sean Williams is funny too.
yeah.
So, you know.
So listen, that was a nice review. We disagree with some of what you said, sir. If you're listening to this 20 years later after you wrote this review,
He definitely is.
absolutely.
I hope he is. I hope you're doing good.
Yeah, hope the 20 years has been good for you.
Yeah.
So
And you're a prophet.
You did.
yeah, that's true. You called it. You
Yep.
called it, man.
Because he's Moana.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into our thoughts here in a second, but just a friendly reminder to everyone listening and watching. Every Tuesday, we drop one of the movies we're about to review,
Yep.
and we always ask for
Mhm.
your opinions. We always ask if you have any feedback or hot takes or whatever. We do this on Instagram and Facebook mostly, but you can DM us. You can DM us from any or
Demas, awesome.
DM us anywhere at
Yeah.
any of the things with upcoming movies that we're doing. And, if you share your opinion, it may end up in our podcast. So sometimes we read reviews we find on IMDb, but sometimes we read comments that people share with us. So that's every Tuesday, and we'd love to hear from you. Speaking of hearing from people, what did we think about this movie?
Like to go to our esteemed guest first.
So I agree with the good reviewer. If that's what you're going for, just a straight up, action movie, great. But what I went into it thinking was that it was going to be like Walking Tall.
Like the 1970 movie.
Yeah, like about Sheriff Busser. And I'm like, oh, wait, his name's Chris Vaughn and he's in Washington, not in Tennessee. Like, I just started out really confused. But once I kind of was like, okay, just, scratch that, go back to, brass tacks. This is an action movie. It kind of gave me, have you guys seen Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze?
Mhm.
I started getting kind of a Roadhouse feel during the casino fight and everything.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where my mind went.
Okay.
Roadhouse.
Good. That was good. So,
Okay. I felt like I could have gotten more from the
Mhm.
movie. I feel like it was not all over the place, but it wasn't sequenced the way I wanted it to be. I don't know if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like, I don't understand how you go from you're defending yourself in court to the next day you're the sheriff.
Right.
Right.
It was a quick turnaround.
That was a very quick
I've never seen government work that fast.
I've never seen. And then when
And everyone was on
his
board with it.
recovery time was very
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think it maybe moved too fast for me.
Yeah. It was less than 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
That might have been one of the reasons I liked it, because I do like the short runtime movies.
Okay.
Mm.
Because it goes with my short attention span.
There you go. But I didn't dislike it. I just think that sequence wise, I was like, wait, what happened? Did I miss something? And I would have to go back and I'm like, no, I didn't miss anything.
Right.
Mhm.
Like I think that was the only thing for me.
I this watch through as more of an adult than previous watches, because I've seen this movie several times. I used to say I really enjoyed it, and I watched it several times on TV, or I saw it in theaters and came out. And I think I liked I like the action sequence. I like Neil McDonald.
Donahue.
Yeah, I like him better than I can say his name. Of course, rock movies and action packed stuff. Like I love that stuff. There's a few things this time that caught my eyes. First of all, I didn't like once I learned the actual events and how it just seems if you're making a movie like this,
Yeah.
especially if you're making a remake of an already movie, part of the storytelling needs to be let's tell the story,
Right.
right? Like, and
Yeah.
they really kind of did with a Hollywood feel good movie, which is fine, but don't call it Walking Tall.
Thank you.
Right, like,
I agree
Yeah,
with
it would
that.
be a good movie if it
Yeah.
wasn't like, hey, it's based off a true story. Also, we're not
Right.
using any of the true story.
Well, they say at the beginning, inspired by a true story, but it's like, okay, well, anything's inspired by a
Yeah,
true story.
absolutely.
I'm writing a fictional novel and it's inspired by a
Right.
true. It's like, come on.
Is there a difference then when people say inspired or based on?
It is.
Okay.
Based on a true
Yeah.
story has to have
Much closer,
actual
right?
No, inspired so inspired by a true story could mean what's the movie with Mel Gibson?
Passion
You
of
have
the
to
Christ.
slim it down a
No,
little bit.
Lionheart. Is it
The Patriot. No, not that.
No,
Braveheart.
Braveheart.
Braveheart? So people thought Braveheart was actually based on a true story.
Yeah.
It was inspired by true events. Based on a true story would be Schindler's List.
Okay.
Inspired would be this was inspired.
Okay, and that's the wording they use. So that's probably their clapback. Like, look, we
Mhm.
didn't say it was based on
Yeah,
a true
because
story. We
base
said
Yeah.
it was-
would be Tina Turner.
yeah.
She's using Anime Bullock. She's using where she was
It's-
born.
So it's basically fan fiction.
I can consider it fan fiction because he was a sheriff who fought and did this. He like they
Yeah.
based it off of him
Yeah.
or inspired it. He was inspired.
Yeah.
So.
Another thing about this movie is I remember when I watched it, I used to be like, I used to think, what was it, Amy Scott or the love interest? I was like, she's so hot. I loved watching her in the movie.
What else was she in?
She's been in some other stuff, but I can't remember what. Like,
Yeah, I didn't
very-
recognize her.
I didn't either, but then when I IMDb'd her, I recognized other stuff she's in, but right now I'm forgetting it.
Okay.
But I remember like as a teenager, like I love seeing her in her bra in half this movie. But now as an adult, I was like, she didn't add much to the movie. Like she didn't like I don't know. So
You know what I noticed was that The Rock was all about that casino and
Yeah.
like hanging out, having fun.
right? Absolutely.
And until he went into that room and she started performing for him and he realized, oh, I'm assuming his ex-girlfriend.
Right.
And then all of a sudden he's totally against the casino.
Oh wow, she was known for Into the Blue,
Yeah.
AI,
She's been some.
Birds of Prey, The Last of Us.
I liked her in Birds of Prey and AI. I remember those.
There Will Be Hurt, Deadly Cheer Mom. Wow.
But the thing about The Rock is
She was in Jumanji with The Rock.
we're covering that a little bit later.
Okay.
The Next Level.
Yeah, so that's the sequel. So that's cool. I wonder if there's anything that comes up that's fun about them two working together again. But I think the thing with The Rock that I've seen in multiple of his movies, we talked about this a lot when we covered the Fast and Furious movies. He has no chemistry with women. Like,
Oh,
You
Like-
know why? I've studied this. And ever since you said that, I've studied this. I really think it's because he's afraid of disrespecting his wife.
That might be true. Yeah.
It is very sweet, but that's not going to allow you to open up as a.
yeah.
Yeah.
So would you say? I mean, like,
He never has chemistry with any
yeah,
woman, but when he is with his wife, it is like he is like this light in here.
yeah,
But on camera, I don't
yeah.
I don't know if that's in his contract. It could very well be something because look at him, and he could know that women could very well become attached to him. Kissing
Yeah.
is very intimate, so he's like, you know what? I just really don't want a love interest.
That's right.
Yeah.
And maybe that's part of the reasons I like a lot of the movies he's in, though, because I know something we've talked about on this podcast is I'm never fascinated with the love stories in the like. To me, it's like distracting from the actual plot of the movie. So when we watch these movies where there's not much of a love story, I like it better because then I don't have to take time out of my day to watch something I don't care about. That I feel like is distracting to the plot.
Yeah,
But I know you
Yeah.
said the same thing about Ice Cube when we watched the other
Same way.
classic Triple X State of the
Never has a
Union.
love interest.
Yeah. So
Denzel hardly has a love. If you
yeah.
go back in Denzel's movies, that's in his contract that he's not kissing another woman.
And
about
they're all married.
They're all married.
What?
I love
sweet
that.
guys.
They're all married,
Okay.
and they've all been married to the same woman for over 25 years.
There's
Must be
part of
something
me
to
that
it.
I was like, there's part of me that loves that and think that's wonderful. And then there's the single guy in me that's like, yeah, but you're in a movie, you're an actor, do your job.
Show
And
me
that's
the
the other
kiss.
part.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
that's
where
what-
is your range of showing love? Like
Right.
The Rock, we know you can love. We've seen you love on children. We've seen you be the best friend. But where is your love towards a woman? And it is very hard for him.
Mhm.
It's not hard for Vin Diesel though.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know about that. He's gross to like, unless it's Helen Mirren. I've always thought he's weird with
But
all the women.
it's easier for him to look at a woman and be like, yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
than The Rock.
He can it always looks gross and weird and uncomfortable. I feel
Exactly.
like.
But if
So,
The Rock were to do it, I'm very afraid that actress, unless she is a Helen Mirren or a Meryl Streep, she could become highly like, oh my God, The Rock.
yeah. Well,
Taraji could probably handle it.
well, he could because in wrestling, when he was The Rock in wrestling, playing the chick magnet was part of his thing.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not. So I think
Was
you're
that
onto
before
something.
he was married?
This was before he was
I'm
married.
sure. Yeah, it was before and probably during like early
This was
marriage.
right before.
So,
And
Mhm.
ever since he has gotten those kids and that woman, I'm telling you,
yeah, that's
that's just
awesome.
my conspiracy.
That's cool. I like that. I mean, I like to think that shows
I
principle.
think that's a good
Rock,
conspiracy.
you
Yeah.
can call in and disagree with us
Yeah,
if you want.
let us drop
Let
a
us
comment,
know.
give us some fan mail.
Yo,
let
Big
us know.
D.
I said call in like it's the 80s.
Right.
We'll take it. We'll give.
Dwayne.
I'll give you CJ's number.
DJ. Yeah. Give my number.
Call in.
And I'm a good babysitter.
Well, there you go.
If you bring your kids to
Yes.
Nashville, I'm the
She
best.
has orange juice.
I have orange juice.
And mimosas, not for the children though.
Wait, kids can't drink? No, just kidding.
I know I watched this movie when it first came out,
Yeah.
and I 0% remembered it.
Oh, I didn't remember this
when
movie
I,
at all.
when I
didn't see
rewatched it. I knew I had The Rock, but that's it. I was like, it completely caught me off guard.
Yeah, no, I didn't see this movie when it came out. The sad part is, and Drew, don't be mad at me, but I did see The Walking Tall. But that's because I'm from Chattanooga.
I didn't know that by the time I saw this movie, I didn't know there was another movie. I didn't know it was based off a true story or inspired by a true story. I had no, so like until we started doing research for this, I was like, oh, this is like so it was news to
I
me.
think the only reason I saw that other Walking Tall movie is because it's just a Tennessee movie, and my stepdad, rest in peace, he had all those movies and stuff like that.
Right. I'm a little annoyed that they didn't keep the setting in Tennessee. Like,
Yeah,
give,
like,
I ain't
give
gonna
us
lie about
that, you
That
know?
is true.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
I mean, I get the Chris
Who,
Fountain.
who was the guy that was like,
Vaughn thing, but,
Washington's way cooler than Tennessee? Also, if you're wanting
Yeah.
like small town hick vibes,
Right.
Tennessee over Washington.
Hello.
Actually, yeah, Knoxville is right there.
Yeah.
Like,
And
you know, that's
you
where
can
they
still see
shoot.
Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, absolutely. I
He
love
was
it.
just
So,
so himself.
we do have and we might have covered a lot of this already, or maybe not. We'll find out. We have a new section of the show inspired by the fact that this is inspired by a true story. We're going to call it fact versus fiction. So,
Okay,
yeah.
We did not get into it.
Okay. So, but I think some of this might have come up in our conversation, and that's okay. But here's just some more facts, but it's in comparison to what we've seen in the movie. All right.
Okay.
So, Buford Pusser was a sheriff of McNairy County, Tennessee. In this movie, the hero's name is changed to Chris Vaughn, and the setting is shifted to Kitsap County, Washington.
For some reason.
Chris Vaughn had a military background, but Buford Pusser's background was a professional wrestler known as Buford the Bull.
Right.
Ironic that the cat, and then the actor was The Rock, who also had a wrestling background. But I think, again, they wanted to make it more heroic, so give him a military background instead of make him the bull. We said this at the beginning of the episode. Buford Pusser's friend was black, so the Johnny Knoxville character was in real life. That friend was black.
Don't ever tell Johnny Knoxville that, because he will be so happy.
I believe it.
So I know in the Walking Tall movie from the 1970s, his friend was black, but in real life as well.
Yeah, because some of the issues that Pusser was dealing with I had a lot of racism in the city, in the town that he was dealing with the people, and the legalities.
I mean, it's Tennessee.
And yeah, right, and it's Tennessee, so it makes sense. However, in this movie, I mean, he's in a mixed family. There doesn't seem to be any issues involving race.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 04.
I was thinking part of that might be, although they could have still had some, I mean, especially when dealing with some of the villains and some of the things they were saying, they could have definitely added some racism there to make them, to kind of point to that a little bit. But I do think when you're casting The Rock, it's probably a good idea to make his family mixed, like his mom and dad. It would be weird if mom and dad were both white and he was,
Well, he is mixed.
Well, yeah, because his dad is black.
Yeah. The last little fun fact is Buford Pusser in real life used a modified 2-piece pipe as his big stick.
It was metal.
Yes, whereas Chris Vaughn used a 2x4. Kind of makes sense because they did the sawmill thing. I always thought that was maybe why they, before I knew it was a true story, it's like, yeah, he's using the 2x4 because he used to work at a sawmill. It makes sense. So.
Oh, that's where he worked.
But in real life, a big old pipe would probably do a lot more damage.
Yeah. But you know what's weird? I didn't learn that till after I visited the museum. And at the museum, they had wooden, like sticks.
Huh.
Yeah.
So was the sawmill even a part of his real story? Like, it's a pretty big deal in the
movie. In the 70s movie, it shows his dad being like, what do you call those people that carry a log trucker?
Oh, yeah, he was a lumber mill.
Yeah.
Lumberjack. I don't know.
He carried the... he carried it, and I think he either took it to the mill or owned the mill. I'm not
Yeah, but
sure which one.
he was
but-
a lumberer. Let's
Okay.
just
yeah, a logger.
a logger.
Logger.
He was a
Yeah.
logger.
We'll need to
Yeah.
eventually watch that movie again, and we
Yeah.
can tie it together with
Which
this
is
one.
crazy because
Yes.
if I wish I could go home and see if I still have it down in
Aren't you like at home right now?
no, I mean Chattanooga.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Her,
I'm
son of-
sorry.
her father's home.
I mean,
Yeah,
my home
I
that I
get you.
grew up in.
Yes.
Because I still have all those VHSs. And for those kids out there, a VHS is a tape that you put into a metal box.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's a triangle. It's called play. Press that.
Surely they still know play.
No, they don't know play. They
Okay.
don't know rewind, play. They don't.
Play.
No. Also,
Play.
guys, in there, if you're watching, the hashtag symbol
Hmm.
was just pound.
I used to have to train new people at the Publix I worked at, like new cashiers and baggers. And when you're doing the orientation and walking them through the stuff to set up their whatever, I'd be like, okay, you have to press the pound sign after you enter in your new code. And someone's like, what's the pound sign? And I had to be like,
Yeah.
it's the hashtag.
Hashtag.
And they're like, oh, okay.
Why you ain't just say that?
Yeah. I was like, and I felt, I was like,
I think we have failed. If you are over 40 and if these kids don't know who Al Green or what a pound sign or what a rotary phone is, we failed.
My babysitter didn't know what a Rolodex was.
How old is your babysitter?
She was in her 20s.
You should have slapped her.
Yeah.
this is for your own good.
Annabelle didn't like her.
I bet she would have if she knew what a Rolodex was.
Oh, and guys, we used to have something called floppy disk.
What was the movie we just watched that had old school tech? Oh, was that 90s Val Kilmer?
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't the one you watched. You watched
that
the
was the one I
2017.
watched,
But yeah, when he pulls out a floppy disk, I'm like,
Yeah.
that was the thing.
I remember.
Anyway, let's get into our Too Fast, Too Furious movie ranking. Now, we did make a slight update from last week, or
I think it's a decent update.
yeah, a different. So we used to give guests like a nice neutral option, but now we took that out. So your options are Too Fast as you loved it, Fast as you liked it, Furious as you didn't like it, Too Furious is like you hated it and your life is less than because of it.
I just love the way you say it's less than.
Okay. What was the second option?
So
Fast.
Fast was like you liked it.
Okay. I'm going to go with Fast because they did show The Rock with no shirt on.
I'm going with Fast because of that very reason.
All right, I'm gonna go with Fast because I liked the action sequences and it was a fun movie. And they did show the girl with no shirt on.
Okay, there you
Here we
go.
go.
See?
But she had on a bra.
Shucks.
Now, I honestly, I give it a Fast. I would watch this again. It was good. It was funny.
Mhm.
And it was also very predictable too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
It was just, it was just a fun movie. It wasn't like, I don't think anyone's going to leave that theater being like this, except for that one review we read.
Like,
but,
this is it.
this is
Yeah.
the best movie. So
Okay.
This is another movie I would watch on a plane.
this is a good plane movie.
What about you? Plane, car ride?
Only if there's snakes.
We've been there. We covered that. So
Davina.
loved it.
Do you have any more notes that you want to give us?
Can I give you another museum fact?
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay.
We'll
Sorry,
take all the
I keep
facts.
going back to the museum. So in the museum, it had a receipt where Sheriff Pusser applied with the Republican Party to run for sheriff. And he had to pay the Republican Party, and this is back in the 1960s, mind you, over $2,000.
That's about right.
To run?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to pay to run.
Yeah. That's why people like raise money for it, I guess, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, that's
But $2,000 now seems like I could run.
So
$14,000.
Yes,
My
it's-
daughter looked it up.
It's
Oh.
14,000. I was about to say, like,
I would want to run less.
Jesus.
And now it's like, I can't remember the figure, but it's in the hundreds now if you want to run for sheriff. It's
Oh.
went down.
Let's do it, CJ.
Yeah.
Let's do a GoFundMe and be sheriffs of Nashville.
I would
Yeah.
love to be sheriff of Nashville.
Well, let's talk about my best bits.
Let's go.
Of course.
Yeah. So the game we played, Davina, I'm going to give you 3 scenes. I'm going to give you both 3 scenes, and today's topic is these. I'm going to share my 3 favorite action sequences, and you're
Okay.
picking what I think is the best action sequence. Now, if you pick correctly, CJ gets a point.
Oh.
In our ongoing competition that we're doing for the whole season. If you guess incorrectly, I get a point. And it
Oh.
goes the same for her as well too. Okay, I don't need the less excited for if I get a point.
And if it makes you feel any better, he's winning.
That's true.
Okay. Yes,
I am. We had a bit. We had a weird one last week where the guest Brad said, "Let me guess what your scene is before you
Which
even
was
give
pretty
it."
fun.
Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. And then we decided to say like, okay, if he guessed correctly, I'll get like 5 points, and he did.
And he actually guessed.
So yeah.
Wow.
So
and it had to
that
be
gave
one
me
of
the
them.
lead.
If I guess the one that you think's the best, CJ gets a point. Is that
Yes.
correct?
So the first one is The Rock roughs up the casino. This is after the meth incident where he comes
Okay,
in,
so
right?
the second
yeah.
time.
So the second time, yeah.
Okay.
Sadly, the first one didn't make it to my top 3. It was a good scene though, but
Hmm.
they didn't make it to these. It's not a best bit for me. It's just a good
Okay.
bit.
That's a good one.
The second one is the police station ambush with all the previous cops coming in.
Oh,
He shoots the
yeah.
ground and he gives the lady. the
Oh, yeah,
gun.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
gun.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
And then the last one is the ending fight. When I wrote with The Rock and Damien Dark, even though we know it's Neil McDougall. But yeah. So those are the 3 best, my favorite fight scenes. Which one do you all think is my most favorite?
Oh, it has to be the police station.
I was going with the police
Yeah.
station.
Yeah.
That one was a good scene. It was actually a good scene.
Okay. The other ones you're like not.
Like,
You're like the only correct answer here is yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, I liked all 3 of those scenes. Thank you very much. So I'm not agreeing with the second part of what you're saying. But secondly, you are both correct. It was the second
Yes.
swing.
So we're tied?
I think you might be one above me.
No,
right
because
now.
you got the last point.
After the last one,
Yeah,
I
you
got-
were 1 point ahead.
yes. So now you just got 2 points. So we're
Oh, so now
you're ahead.
I'm ahead.
Yeah. So it's you never know with each week. It's and we don't even have like a what happens if you win. I think it's just pride of knowing you're better.
I think that this time what happens if we win, one of us will buy each other either a Twix or a rib.
Oh, okay. Those are 2 very different like
rib as in pork.
Barbecue.
Okay.
yeah. It depends on if we're in Memphis or not.
There we go.
Yeah.
And I think we should do one in Memphis.
I think
I
so.
think
too.
we should do our last.
Awesome.
I know places. This
Yes.
podcast started in West Tennessee. Boy, do I have locations where we
Hey,
can
I
go.
think our last show
So-
should be Memphis if I can
so-
get out of town.
Yeah. That
Do
sounds
it.
great. Davina, thank you so much for being on this podcast.
Thank you for having
Thank you
me.
for coming.
You're just a delight and a half.
Oh,
I love your reading, your
Yes.
storytelling,
thanks.
We're gonna have you back sometime.
and your
Absolutely.
props.
And thanks
Yes.
for bringing the stuff
Like this
for
is
our
so
set
cool.
design.
So if
Mhm.
if you guys are listening, this is a DVD cassette carrying case for the Fast and Furious with the rim on the inside is black. It's the tire. It's like
Love it.
it's so cool. And then we have the Walking Tall mug, and he walked tall. And on the front of it, it is Sheriff Buford Pusser, Home and Museum. On the back of it is what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
That's right.
No matter who
He
you
knows.
are, Sheriff Buford Pusser.
Yup.
That sounds.
Because we are from Tennessee.
There we go.
That's right.
Now, Davina, do you have anything you can plug or you'd like to share? This episode's coming out in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Thank you. Well, let's see. I am in the comedy competition coming up.
Love it.
Nashville's Funniest Comic.
Love that.
Yep. So that'll be in September. You can go on my Instagram. Is my Instagram link on there?
It will be
Okay.
in our notes, but you can also say it here in case someone doesn't want to read.
You can see when it is on my Instagram. It's at Davina Marie Comedy. It's in my links. Come support me. Check it out. Who knows if I'll win, especially if these people, CJ and Drew, were in it. You know,
I'm not in it.
I'm not in it either. So we're
I
gonna
have a
give.
better chance.
Here we go.
I can't.
We're gonna endorse you on this
Thank
podcast.
you.
Yeah, I can't be in it this year. I'm sorry.
I can't remember what I'm doing.
I was in it last year, and I got to the finals.
Of course you did.
But
So funny.
Yeah, that
Check
makes
her
that makes
Instagram
sense.
out.
I got to the finals, but
You
I had to leave because I got cast in something.
Yeah, that happened. It's good. It's a lot of fun. I'm glad that they did this. This is the second year that they've done it, and it's a lot of fun. So the Nashville Funniest Comic in Nashville competition. It's over a bunch of different venues in
And
Nashville.
days, yep.
Days and a lot of people know about the independent comedy scene in Nashville, but we have an awesome one. So
Man,
it's like
and a supportive one.
yeah. So check it out and check Davina out. And all of our social media handles are in the notes. So give us a follow. That's one of the best ways you can support
We
comedians.
would love that.
And while you're just following crazy, drop a follow for the Quarter Mile podcast too.
Yep.
So,
Shouts out to D&D,
absolutely.
our sponsor. We love you
Oh, is that
guys.
the fitness?
Yeah, that's the
company?
fitness.
That is the fitness.
I'm doing a show with them on, I want to say, September 20th in Olive Branch, Mississippi. I'm hosting in my Jim Creep attire.
I love that.
So, and then it's a lot of Memphis comics, and so for me, it'll be like a little mini reunion of going back and being with people that I worked with for about 6 years,
Wow,
and
that's awesome.
it's in some brewery in Olive Branch.
Olive Branch.
Probably not many.
Mississippi.
Yeah, it's the brewery in Olive.
Yeah,
It's the brewery.
the one.
Yeah.
So, but that'll be fun. Keep up with us and to learn more about that. And then, you know what? Next week we're starting a pretty cool little two-parter because we're
Right
covering
after
both.
I leave.
Yeah, we're covering both the Twister movies.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
we
about
are, and
Man.
Courtney Warner will be joining us for both of them.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we
yeah.
got a returning guest who's double dipping with us.
Yeah, she'll be
So
here. She'll
just
be
the
here.
whole day. We'll have a whole hangout at
Courtney.
CJ's house.
Courtney.
So that'll be fun. And listen, you all have a great week. Enjoy your life.
Oh my God.
Don't,
yes.
beat up anyone with a stick unless they really deserve it.
I was just about to say.
Or
And
just don't really.
or just don't. But like maybe if they're running a casino and selling meth to your children,
If they're selling meth to your children, you get that stick and you go to town.
yeah, you knock them out.
I don't care what they say.
Also, like props if you could become a sheriff before you do it. So.
Mm.
But anyway, have a great week. Go watch a movie. Go do something fun. Check out Nashville Funniest Comedy Contest and live your
Please.
life a quarter mile at a time.
Absolutely. Make sure you like and subscribe.
All right. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.